everyone. As you can see, Lisa is not here today. She is having a bunch of fun in Vegas with Val. So Michelle and I are going to take it over today and do a little shop talk.
Hello, everybody.
First of all, this is Michelle. She is actually going to be our new shop manager. So we would all like to welcome her to the Primitive Gatherings family. She is a great asset, and we are so happy to have her here with us.
So happy to be here.
And she will be joining us hopefully weekly, doing a little bit more of shop talk, coming to you live with new things happening in the shop, new product in, and events that we will be having as well. Okay, just a few things to get off our list right away. We wanted to let you know that we do have some new store hours for the winter. So this will extend through the end of March. Monday through Friday, we will be open 10 to 5. Saturday 9 to 3, and Sunday 11 to 3. Please always, if you are going to be traveling a long way, please give us a call to ensure that we are open. You know how weather is. It could be great by you and it could be really sketchy by us. So please just do us and yourself a favor. Give us a call, ensure that we're open, and we would love to see you. Next, why don't you talk about our retreats?
So we have retreats coming up Tuesday, February 8th, 2022. We have Love is All You Need. So that is a 9 to 4 at the gathering where you get to spend the day with Lisa, and she will be doing morning mocha lattes, raspberry scones, a Valentine's Day project class, and kits included with the price, red-inspired lunch and dessert, and class favors. So make your reservation, give Jen a call, and we hope to see you.
And this is, Lisa designed a project specifically for you to come in. You get it exclusively first.
Winter Wonderland?
Yep, we got just a few openings left.
So Winter Wonderland is January 26th through the 30th. You will spend the night, breakfast, lunch, all that good stuff. We have the projects will be included in the price of the class. Lodging is extra. Classes are instructed by Lisa. She'll be there to help with all the ins and outs. Additional winter crafting classes, behind the scenes tour, a sweet swag bag, a quilt shop gift card, and your daily breakfast, lunch, supper, Sunday brunch. Yum. So there you go.
And those will be brand new projects as well that Lisa has done for you. All right, let's see, what do we got here? Oh, a few things from shipping. Judy would like to let everyone know in Australia that we can finally ship to you.
Yay!
So yesterday we sent out a whole bunch of packages to you all in Australia. We thank you so much for your patience in the postal system. We all know it's not what it used to be, so thank you so much for your patience. Another thing is we wanted to say thank you as well for your patience in shipping. Like everyone, we are short-staffed and we are working the best that we can in order to find more employees to help us with that shipping. Just to give you guys a little clue as to what we're doing here, we have 6 people who do shipping, picking, answering your emails, your phone calls, and in 2021, we had over 65,000 packages that went out the door. So you can imagine there sometimes is a little clog, and we do thank you so much for your patience in that. Another reminder for those of you that are in the wool box that those will be charging on the 15th through the 19th of this month. So make sure your credit cards are up to date. And then those will ship on the 24th. We'll have those out to you in the mail. They are making them as we speak, so they should be ready to go by that Monday. And if you are not in the wool box, we do have just a few openings left. So get in, because if you don't get in right away, you have to wait for somebody to drop out in order for us to add anybody else in. And that's usually few and far between. Another reminder will be that if you need to cancel your subscription for any reason, please make sure you call the shop or you email. Actually, we like you to email so that we have that on record. And that would be at store@primitivegatherings.us. If you do need to update your credit card, you do need to call the shop for that. We need to physically do that in your address book for that. Next, Starlight Gatherings. We have heard that it has shipped. We're just waiting for it to come in here finally. We'll get those kits made for you and get that out to you. please remember, it does take a little time for us to get all those kits made and shipped out to you. So even though it might be here next week, it may take us another week or two to get all those kits for you. Anything else?
Cotton box.
Oh yeah, cotton box. We have probably about 12 to 15 openings in our cotton box. This will start in February, and it's going to feature everything cotton. So it will have no wool in it. So those of you who don't want to work with wool, this is going to be the box for you. There's going to be a project in it, some little goodies. There's always going to be caramels in that for all of you. Those are amazing, right? Mm-hmm. And so yeah, better get in for that one. That one, again, if you don't subscribe now, you're going to have to wait for somebody to drop out. And that could be not until next year. So we'll see what happens, right? All right. I think we've wrapped that up for our bookkeeping. Do we have some questions?
Just about the Valentines in the bowl.
Okay, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Perfect. All right. Do you want to talk about the wovens?
I'll just hold them up.
Okay. We finally got in our Urban Homestead wovens.
Woohoo.
We have the kits all made. I believe they have all gone out either last week or the beginning of this week. I love these homespuns. They are so soft and it looks so yummy right now.
They are.
You've seen on a lot of Lisa's lives, we had Windblown behind her. That was an extremely popular one. But we do have some great ones in there. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 8 different quilts in here. And I'm sure we will be doing a quilt trunk show on it in the coming weeks for you guys.
Beautiful.
But that is ready to be ordered. All right. And then also, anybody who's doing the Red and White Quilt Challenge, just a little reminder, if you need a little inspiration, the Red and White Quilt book is amazing for that. Lisa has the small, tiny one in here that is beautiful, and that would be great for anyone to make. Why don't we right away go with the book? We're going to give the book away to a winner. Mm-hmm. And the winner today is Judith Stout. All right. And then we're going to move along to Shop Talk today. We have decided to focus on Valentine's Day. It's a month away, and you need just a little time in order to create those projects. So we thought we'd focus on that today. We were going to be downstairs, but we have several people down there, and we didn't want to interrupt their shopping there. All right. Would you like to talk about one?
No.
No.
Well, my favorite one is this one. So I do love this little, it could be a lap or a wall. We have the kits all made up.
Aren't these sweet?
And the pattern is, right, I'll show
here.
you the pattern. So there you are. So here's the pattern and the kit. The kit is $85 and it includes everything that you need to do the top there.
Including the binding.
Yep.
But I love this. It's 4 reds, 4 whites, and 4 pinks for you. It's fat quarter friendly.
Yes. There you go.
Very fun. And then we also have the bowl fillers here. This is called Sweetheart Valentine. This comes as a kit, and you will get a packet of fabrics so that you can create your hearts in any combination that you would like. And they have some cute little sayings in them. I know. Heidi said her boyfriend says this to her all the time. But they do come in 2 colors. The Valentine's one is the Valentine Sweetheart. And then they also come in colors like the Urban Homestead as well. So you could mix and match if you wanted to.
You could keep the homespun ones out longer.
Yeah, there you go. And then we also have, I'll I'll do one of our giveaways as well. Our cute little primitive bundles. Our primitive 3 is a great collection of pinks and reds for you that you could also, quite honestly, the hearts would be really cute in these too. And the winner for this bundle today is going to be Sue Pfeffer? Peifer. Sorry if I totally damaged that last name. So make sure that you email the store with your address so that we can get that to you. Then we have, the 2 little, what is it? Love is all you need. Love is all you need. This was Love is all we need. This is Love is all you need. It comes in 2 different versions. These are really sweet on a clipboard or, even like as you walk in your house, kind of like a welcoming to everyone. So those are quick little projects for you to do as well. We do have kits for those. And then also we have this one here, which is Love Each Other. And we actually did that in a wool box. So if you guys are kind of wondering what is in a wool box, this is one of the projects that was featured in that. And this one is a flannel cotton background with wool applique on the top. And then just a quick, we don't have a sample of this, but it just came in and it's the cutest thing. It's called Let's Play Hearts. It's a brand new pattern. And that would be really sweet as well for anybody looking for a Valentine's Day runner, or even I can see it as a pillow.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be really cute as a pillow as well. And that's 14 by 38. So that would make a nice long...
A long pillow.
Yeah, long bed pillow or something like that on your couch. And then we were kind of inspired by... Lisa is taking her grandson to go to Disney World. And I don't know if it's his first trip or not, but this would be really cute for any kid that's going on their first flight. So it'd be like a great little quilt either to bring along or just an inspiration for, hey, guess where you're going? You're going on your first flight to Disney World or to go see Grandma and Grandpa or whatever could possibly be. But we have these available. They are on sale for $53, so it's a great price for you to have as well.
What's the size of that? 61 by 72.
Yeah, so perfect. Do we have any questions at all, Carrie?
Nope, not yet. They just really like the display and want to say hello and welcome to Michelle.
Oh, thank you.
And then we have one more giveaway before we go to Lisa and Val. And that is for a red and white fat quarter bundle. And the winner of that today is Laura Brutsche, Brutsche. Sorry, I'm horrible with last names. I will completely admit that.
That's my guess as well.
All right, back to you, Lisa.
Hello?
Hey everyone, you got us? Are we good?
Yes.
Hi everybody.
Hi.
All right, so I'm here with Val. We're at Val's house. We are hanging out. We are having a great time. We're kind of chilling. And Val has a brand new house, so I'm super excited to see it for the first time. I can't wait to come back to see it when the pool is done.
Yes, me too.
Oh yeah. So should we tell them what we're working on?
Sure.
All right. So it's not all. I don't want to say it's not all fun and games because it really is. We have fun when we stitch, but we are working and stitching here, and the weather is great. We actually went for a hike yesterday.
We did.
Around a mountain called Lone Mountain.
Lone Mountain. My
Yeah.
husband didn't think I would make it because he thought we were going up the mountain, but really we went around the mountain.
Yeah. All right. So that was a lot of fun. And then tonight we leave to go to Utah to hook up with some other girls retreating in St. George.
Yep.
Yeah. So Val has to work first. I'm just going to goof around and be the distraction in the class.
Yep, we'll head out after class.
All right, so let's talk about where we are at with our Meet Me in the Garden quilt along. That's going to start in June, July-ish. So I'm very excited because it's growing, right?
It is growing. So I just added the flying geese border. I've got all of my cat's cradle blocks finished. So those will be the next border that go on. And I'm working on finishing up all of the square on square blocks that are the final border. So it comes together really nice. I think we talked a little bit or addressed it a little bit when we talked the first time, that all of the components are trimmed. So everything goes together great. You don't have to worry. Yeah, we got lots of trimmings. You don't have to worry about things not being as perfect as we always want them to be, because we square them up and make them perfect.
So each round has a specific ruler that really aids in making everything perfect at the end.
Yes.
So they go together nicely.
Yeah.
You do have to still manage your quarter-inch seam allowance. Because when you sew these together, they still have to come out to a certain size.
They still have to be a certain
So that's
size.
the only thing.
Yeah, there's still a little math, but we have some adjustments that we can make on those inner plain borders, I guess I would call them, the separating borders. But that's one thing that you'll get a lot of good practice on, is making sure you have good quarter-inch. I like the idea of using those tools because, like we said in the first time we talked about it, it is a newbie friendly. Maybe not the first quilt you'd ever make, but if you're kind of still consider yourself a beginner, I think it's something that you can really manage. If
this kind of amazes you, or you're kind of afraid of it, don't be, is what I think you're trying to say.
Exactly.
Because it really is user friendly, new beginner quilter.
I always tell my students, here in Vegas, that I don't teach anything hard. I don't want to teach anything hard. I try to make it as simple as I can. And a lot of the things that I teach are techniques, and that's what we're going to be learning and building on with this.
Right.
quilt.
And we will do videos step by step as she builds each block.
Yeah.
So there will be, along with the quilt, the fabrics and the pattern, you're going to get video instructions step by step by step. So you can replay that many times if you need extra help. Or if you are a seasoned veteran, this is going to be a piece of cake for you. And it's going to be fun and easy. And I just want to say that, because when you see it on the screen, it's not as beautiful as it is
when
in
you're
person.
Up close in person.
Yeah, it is really, really awesome in person. So I want you to know that when it starts going together, you're going to be like, oh yeah, this is cool. It's very pretty. It looks like it's a scrap collection, not just
one bundle, or one line.
But I see nothing wrong with putting some of their own fabric in it.
Yeah, if you want to add a favorite in there.
Yeah, to make it your own.
Yeah, and then the other thing Lisa and I have been talking about, so that's a nice thing when we're sitting and sewing. We've been working on different things. We have some ideas to come up with a quilt specifically. So this row is a Strippy Stars row. We're going to make something with just using Strippy Stars, and we're going to, maybe tackle a log cabin, whether it's a table runner or a wall hanging, and then the flying geese ruler and the cat's cradle ruler. And so we'll have other projects that you can
use those
use them. Yeah.
Just so you know that they're not just for this quilt. They do have multifunctional properties to them. And even like the cat's cradle unit, that's in several blocks, right? So it's a component of many blocks. So you can use that ruler just for those components as well.
And once you get used to using those tools, you'll think, oh, that's what they're making there. Then you can pick up that tool and use it and, have good success getting your blocks turning out to be the exact size they should. After you've been quilting for 28 years, almost 30 years, we think that we're sewing our best, but I think there's always room for improvement, even for me. Sometimes I have that attitude of finished is better than perfect.
Yeah, I think as you mature as a quilter, you realize that hitting every point isn't so necessary anymore. Like, who cares?
Now, if you're putting it in Houston or something, that might be an issue.
We're beyond that. We don't care about that. But yes, there are people who want to be perfect, and that's great. And but just keep in mind that there's different parts of your life that you go through these different quilting phases as far as fabric taste or what you consider. I mean, because I'll be honest, like my hands are starting to hurt, so I have to adapt a little bit. And now I know why everybody's like, oh, I hate cutting. Well, yeah, but if your hands hurt, I understand why you hate cutting, right? So yeah. So when people don't want to trace or that type of thing, I get it now. When I was younger, I'm like, oh, that's no big deal. But as you age, you have to adapt for what your needs are. So, yeah.
Well, and I also think one of the things as quilters we need to remember is the art of compensation.
Yes, we talk about that all the time.
Being a good quilter, you learn the art of compensation.
we learned how to fudge.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to ease something in, whether it's with a little stretch or adding an extra
put that part
pin
to your feed dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't think that we're all perfect. Just because we design patterns or we have one blue of ribbons and quilts, that doesn't mean we're perfect. It means we know how to fudge.
Yeah. And we know there aren't many mistakes we probably haven't already made ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And we still make some. Yeah. So I think it's funny when people get really down on themselves because they sewed something wrong again. Like they fixed it and then they sewed it again. That happens. It happens to all of us.
I kind of have the rule of 3. If I have to take it apart, if it's more than 3 times, it's staying. Just whatever it turns out, that's it. So
yeah. All right. So do we have questions about the Meet Me in the Garden quilt along? I know somebody asked, I can barely read the type, so that's why you see me going like this. Somebody wants to know how much this quilt is behind us. And Kaylee, do you have the slide of what they need for it? Are we on?
I don't know. It says you too. Yeah, somebody said they can hear us somewhere.
Oh, okay. All right, so Kaylee, can you pop in like Jessica for us so we can have some interaction here or not?
No. Well, that
is. So is there any way you can put the overlay on the 3 things that you need for fabric-wise for this quilt?
So for this quilt, you're going to need a layer cake of Garden Gatherings shirtings. You will need a fat quarter tower of Garden Gatherings shirtings and a fat quarter bundle of Garden Gatherings, all of the colors.
Right, and just so you know, the light bundle only has 20 fat quarters in, right?
Yep, so that's why you're going to need a little extra with that layer cake. Right. It's a great skill builder. Like Val said, she doesn't teach anything that's hard. It's just more basic your skills. And then also it's going to start June, July. We just want to make sure the fabric is due in March. We just want to make sure we all know how the fabric is going right now. It's always a little later. So we're thinking June, July is when it's going to start. If we can start earlier, great. But let's plan June, July at this time.
Right. And then what will happen too is sometime in March or April, we will put out a ruler and pattern price for everybody who's going to do it as well. So we'll get that ready. We want to make sure the quilt is made so we don't have to say, oh, and you need this too. Because there is like a sashing in here or compensating strips between the blocks. So you can pick what color you want here. Val's using purple. She has purple walls in this new house. They're gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
I painted my
right, but this could be green or this could be red. You can pick your favorite color, and that'll just be a little add-on if you want to buy that from us, or if you want to just get your own for that as well. Support your local quilt shop in buying this. And some of the local quilt shops are going to be able to run this as well. So keep that in mind too.
But you'll all be able to see our video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so did we answer all the questions on Meet Me in the Garden? Does anybody have anything else?
No.
Okay. So I just want to you guys can go away now, I guess, if you want.
Well, we have a couple things.
Oh, yep.
Do you want to bring that up now?
Sure. We just have a couple questions about the red and white quilt challenge that I had talked about. We had talked about it in day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas. So if you want to take a peek at that, you can go back onto YouTube and find day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas. But a basic overview of it is we want to put red and white quilts, your red and white quilts, in our retreat house next November during our Primitive Christmas event. We want to see the quilts that you have created. It can be a commercial pattern that you have done, or it can also be your own creation in red and white. And we're going to have 2 different categories. One is going to be 24 inches and lower for a miniature category, and then also 24 inches and above. And that is also commercial or an original. We don't have prizes yet, but we are going to go through and pick our favorite ones, and we're going to just celebrate you and the Red and White Quilt Challenge itself. If you do decide you want to register, we do have that up on our website. You can do that for, I believe it's $10, $12. And when you sign up, you're going to get a sticker and 2 fat quarters, a white one and a red one. You do not have to use this in your quilt, but it's just a thank you for registering. And we just want you to register so that we kind of know how many quilts to expect in our quilt challenge this next year. Actually, this year. Sorry.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's already here, Jessica.
Right? It's gone so fast already. It's already the 13th. I have no idea where it all went.
Okay, all right. So if you have any more questions, we'll stop again and answer some questions. So somebody keep track of the questions and they'll ask. But Val just has a red and white quilt here that she went and grabbed from her Fun Friends and Fat Quarter book. So check this out. So this is
Hen house.
hen house in that book. So it's just all red and white half square triangles. And they don't have to be masterpieces. We just want to fill the gathering full of red and white. And we don't care what level you're at. We don't care if this is your first quilt, put it in. Celebrate that. That's amazing that you're on your way to this fabulous new life as a quilter, because I know some of us wouldn't know where we would probably be if we didn't quilt. Like that is so much of our lives. Like we don't really know what people do who don't quilt. We're just like, they must be scrubbing their floor all the time.
I don't know. And the other thing about putting it into this type of a situation, you're not being judged or juried, right?
Right.
You're putting up there your art is going to be on display somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's kind of fun to walk into and see that hanging on a wall.
To be a part of something like that.
To be part of that without feeling like, oh, they're going to be looking at every little thing.
A little point and binding and
and it's not going to be. It's not that. It's just the beauty of all the red and white quilts together.
We are going to give away prizes, and depending on how many we get, and we're just going to give them out. And trust me, I'm going to work to get some good ones for you. All right. But it's just more about enjoying the whole atmosphere and being a part of something right now that other people can enjoy. Because I don't know if you know this, but a couple years back, was it in 2011? They did a red and white quilt show in New York City in an armory filled with, I know her first name was Joanna.
Layers.
Yeah. She had collected red and white antique quilts, and they did it in this armory with multiple layers upon layers. They were in rounds up high. They were all over the place. And some of us missed that. And we just would love to be part of that. We actually hung our first quilt at the gathering to see what it would take to get them up in the air. So we're planning on lots of quilts. We want yours. We want your quilts. So that's the red and white challenge. Is there any other questions on the red and white challenge? Anybody have? Yeah, no. And if you do sign up and you don't submit a quilt, oh well, all right. You got 2 fat quarters and a sticker for your entry.
Yes.
We're not just keeping your money. We're giving you something for it. Thinking about entering the red and white challenge was amazing. Yep. So she saw the red and white challenge herself too. So I can't really see these little comments because we're sitting kind of far away.
Yeah.
But I thought I would share with you what I'm working on here in Vegas with Val. So the first thing we did is we kind of went shopping yesterday, right?
A little bit.
And we had some necessities to pick up. I'm not going to tell you what they were because No judging. But
No
anyway,
judging.
no judging. So I wanted to buy this magazine because I don't get the subscription, because I like to go to my local grocery store and pick them up because I want them to always be available there. So that's why I don't subscribe, because I want to be able to buy it. I don't care about the price. I don't care if I get half price off the subscription. I want to support my local grocery store and the fact that you can still pick up a magazine when you need a pick me up or you're bored. Like, I love it that you can buy cooking magazines and all that, because I know Sherry and Chelsea have a quilt in the magazine that I really love. I really love their Sincerely Yours fabric line. I know it's on page 38 because I looked it up. And I have all these little things in here. So let's just go through the beginning. But so they have this really cute quilt in here that I absolutely like. And we have this at the store, bolts and bolts of this fabric line. So I wanted to get this quilt because I liked it. It was different. So that was Sherry's in the book. And then I had this awesome surprise. So I'm paging through the book, the magazine, and look what happens. A full page ad of Starlight Gatherings. How awesome was that? So Moda doesn't tell us that we're going to get a full page ad in your favorite magazine. This is my favorite magazine. So thank you, Moda, for this wonderful plug for our fabric line. And then I'm not going to show you the whole magazine because
you got to go buy your magazine.
Yeah, you got to go buy it. But look at this. The cover is gorgeous. The cover quilt is gorgeous. Perfect for scraps. And then one more little thing, because it's not about, it's not about quilts always. We need to do something with our other scraps too. So look at this cute little stash and carry tote. I'm going to make one of these too.
That lady fussy cut all those little pieces.
Yeah,
I think they're like 1.5 inch.
All these are little fussy cut. All right. So you can have fun with your little.
Put your favorite things in there.
So American Patchwork and Quilting, go get yours at the grocery store if you don't already have it. So one of the other things I'm working on is a flannel sample. So these are the blocks I'm piecing here at Val's. So I have 2, 4, 6. There's 2 of each colorway. I have them in blocks. I have them in stacks of strips that have to go together. And then I have them where I was just trimming off the
covered corner.
What do we call those? Flip and sew corners.
Flip and sew corners.
I know, it's called something different every time.
Yeah, everybody.
So I have several of those in progress. So I am working. See,
she is working.
I am working. I'm goofing off a lot too, though. I'm telling you. I like to goof off.
Today's a good day to be
Today's
in
a
here,
good day
though.
to
It's
goof off.
cloudy.
Yes. So that is basically what I've been working on here. I do have one of the quilts from this line here to cut out, the tea quilt. I'm going to not go home until I have that thing cut out. I'm going to do that at Joyce's, though, or maybe here. Oh, no,
we're leaving today.
It's got to be at Joyce's. It's got to be at Joyce's. You know, you always have way too many things that you're never going to get done.
We're not going to get it all done.
But we still bring it anyways, just as insurance. We don't want to ever be without a project.
Not that there isn't another quilt shop that we could go visit, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, you should. Did you see all the goodies I got at Christmas Goose? I got a nice, I think I posted it on Facebook.
Yeah, got some patterns.
Yeah. I got this really cool thing for Jace and for Isaac when we go on our trip, so they can color and be preoccupied with while we're on the plane. So because I have 2 kids, I'm bringing 2. Darcy's already going to be out there, so it'll just be me and 2 little 7 and 8-year-olds on a plane. So yeah. All right, so that's what's happening here in Vegas. We're on our way to Utah tonight after Val's class. If you're local, come to the Christmas Goose. We'll be there later on today.
Yep, we will.
Yep, I'll be causing trouble, I promise. All right, hey girls, you did a fabulous job. I know it's not easy. I know you're probably sweating a little bit, but it goes away real fast, right? All right, thanks Michelle, thanks Jess, thanks Carrie, thanks Heidi, thanks Kaylee.
Have fun.
Making this all happen. All right, take care everyone.
Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.